So if you're watching this video, you're probably in the beginning stages of thinking of purchasing a home in Yorba Linda sometime in 2025. Well, some of the most common questions after you start that initial process are probably, what is the average mortgage rate of a home or maybe even a condo in Yorba Linda, and how much do I actually have to be making in order to qualify for that type of loan? Well, that's exactly what we're going to be talking about on today's episode as I go over what it takes to afford a home in Yorba Linda. So let's go ahead and get into it. Okay, so before we get started breaking down the numbers, the two assumptions that I want to make here is that you have credit scores above 720, as well as we have about $600 in monthly reoccurring debt, things like car payments, minimum credit card bills, because everybody's situation is going to be different, but we're just trying to use some averages here. Now, the whole point of this video is to encourage you, if you are thinking of buying a home this year, please, one of the first things you should be doing is reaching out to your lender so they can run these numbers specifically for you so you can see exactly where you stand and see if you're able to purchase a home or if there's some work to be done to be able to get you that point sometime this year as well. It's the easiest way to understand the numbers. Have them do it for you. It's completely free. So let's go ahead and start breaking down some of these numbers for Yorba Linda and what it takes to actually live here. Okay, so we're gonna look at two different scenarios today. One, what it takes to purchase a condo, and then two, what it takes to purchase a single family home. Now, what I've done is basically compiled the last 4 months of data in Yorba Linda to get some averages so you have a better understanding of what it takes on average to be able to get a home inside Yorba Linda. So let's go ahead and start with condos first. So the average price condo in Yorba Linda right now is going for about $750,000. So let's go ahead and break down the mortgage payment first, and then we'll go over exactly what you need to earn to be able to afford to actually qualify for that payment. Okay, so let's get into some numbers. So in terms of your principal and interest payment on this condo, you're looking at about $4,680. Your property taxes are going to be about $718. Your mortgage insurance, because it's going to be less than 20%, so you're going to have mortgage insurance involved, is going to be $130 a month. Your regular home insurance, about $137 a month, and that's going to give you a grand total of $5,667. However, we're also going to account that there's going to be a $400 HOA, because most likely if you're buying a condo, there's going to be an HOA attached to it as well. So that's going to bring the total up to $6,067 for your mortgage payment. So what do you actually have to be making as a household to be able to afford this payment? Well, again, we're going to assume that $600 in other debt that you have to worry about, but basically you need to be bringing home at least $161,000 as a household, not individually, but as a household, whoever's going to be on the mortgage, to be able to get qualified for that mortgage payment. Okay, so next, let's go ahead and break down the single family homes in Yorba Linda. Again, over the last couple months, the average home price in Yorba Linda has been about $1.45 million, which is a little bit higher than the average of Orange County. So let's go ahead and look at the mortgage payment first. Now, for this home, we are going to assume that you're going to be putting the full 20% down on it, because most likely, if you're looking at this home, either you make a good amount of money or you're selling your smaller place and moving up to this place and hopefully have a good amount of equity in that home that you're going to be able to use for a down payment. So let's go ahead and check out the numbers. So for the principal and interest payment, you're going to be looking at $7,427. For the property tax, you're going to be looking at $1,389. For the mortgage insurance, you don't have to worry about that because it's 20% down. For your home insurance, you're going to be looking at about $265. And this is assuming you're not in a high fire zone, so just keep that in mind. So a total is going to be about $9,083 for that mortgage payment. And we're going to assume there's no HOA because most likely you're buying a single family home outside the HOA. But if you have a specific neighborhood in Yorba Linda in mind that has HOA, you can add that on top of it. So what do you need to be making as a household to be able to afford this mortgage payment for the average price single family home in Yorba Linda? You need to be making at least $271,000 to be able to get into a home like this right now. Now, again, these are all very rough estimates, and in your specific situation, you might qualify for different type of loan programs, so it's really best to make sure that you're talking to a lender way ahead of time before you're ready to actually purchase your home, so they can run the numbers and then figure out a game plan to get you to a point that you want to be at so you can comfortably afford that mortgage. Now, if you are thinking of buying a home in Yorba Linda sometime this year, definitely check out the two videos below, because it's going to give you some more information on what to expect in 2025 as we head through the housing market. So until next time, stay happy, stay healthy, and I'll see you on the next show. Bye, everybody.